All right. What was that? I spy with my little eye Urusei Yatsura, the OVA series. I think that's what we just saw. And I think I set the animation on this slide to automatic, and it's going kind of nuts on me. That's interesting.
Oops.
Okay, there's our technical difficulty bingo card ticked off.
There you go, guys. You got it already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fast. So who wants to tell us about Urusei Yatsura on OVA on Blu-ray?
I can, since this was one of mine. By the way, I really like that the way that my version of the slide deck decided to bold the text was to make it like a completely different serif fonts. But anyway, so this is all 11 of the OVA specials. Obviously, this does not include the 2007 special. That's a completely separate thing. That's not really part of the series. If you're familiar with the Animego set, it's the same ones. Same awesome Animego subtitles that you know and love. They're all HD except for episode 10, which is an upscale. We looked and looked for a better master for this, but even on the Japanese Blu-ray and all the old Japanese DVDs, everything we found, it's this same master, and it's got blending to it. However, we were able to clean it up a little bit, and it's a better viewing experience than before, but it's not amazing. On the plus side, that single one is also one of like the lesser specials, so it's not really a huge loss. But otherwise, they're all awesome and from the original film masters and look great. There's not really there's never really a lot of like extra features or anything on these, so it's really just the shows for this. Yeah, and with this, we finally made it to the end of Urusei Yatsura, and that's why Lum and all of her friends are waving, because this is the last one.
Crap, we did 6 movies, almost 200 episodes on 4 sets, and now the OVAs.
Yeah, 100% of the 80s Urusei Yatsura, and that's kind of be a theme for tonight. 100%. So getting all those TV sets recently and picking up this OVA release, that'll set your Urusei Yatsura collection to 100%, baby.
Yeah, I don't believe, I don't believe we did it all in a year, though. All the TV and the OVAs, that was a crazy amount of work, especially for Logan, who had to try to keep track of all of this, helping me with the subs and stuff. So it's cool that we finally got it all out, and hopefully we did it justice. Hopefully, we did it justice.
One of my first big projects for Discotek was the first one, Only You. And I, in my entire lifetime, never expected to work on something like Urusei Yatsura. So I think we're all very, very, we're thankful and grateful that we were able to give it as much love and care as we did,
Oh, preserve the show out on HD, with good subtitles and because it just wasn't available for how many years? 8 years or so. It's been out of print for a long time before we picked it up, so I'm glad we were able to put it out there.
All right, well, it is Discotek Day, and welcome to the thousands upon thousands, well, over 1,000, so at least 1,000, possibly more, viewers on YouTube joining us. It is our New Year's presentation, January 8th, 2024. Oh, God, geez, really? 2024, 2024. Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Okay, well,
we're in the future, the future of anime.
Yeah, and we always do this by packing announcements early and often. And here's another theme we're going to do aside from the 100% theme. This is a smaller theme of we couldn't beat the YouTube content ID bot, no matter how hard we tried for a few of these titles. So some of them are going to be slide only. A couple of them are going to be a very interesting experiment we're going to do. But our next announcement, let's watch it come at us. Slowly, menacingly, out of the deep darkness. Oh, there it is. There it is. Much theorized by people, the Mazinkaiser OVA series is coming to Blu-ray. And what's most important about this is when I put this in PowerPoint, the PowerPoint editor, the automatic text editor, was like, "Hey, that's a cartoon of a person in a red suit. Santa Claus?"
Merry Christmas, everybody. Late Christmas for you Mecha fans, I guess.
Merry late Christmas, everyone. So this is Mazinkaiser, and who wants to tell us all about Mazinkaiser?
I think I'm the only one that's worked on this so far, right?
Yeah.
That's in the room. So
Yeah.
this is, you may remember we brought out the Mazinkaiser versus Great General of Darkness last year. And that was the sequel to this, but we decided to go back and do the original OVA series. These were almost an hour long. I think they're like 15 minutes each, and there's 7 episodes. They're all on this disc. Actually, my bad. The timing varies.
Yeah, they're a little
some are longer, some are...
Yeah, they're a little long and a little short, but it's all your favorites back, basically.
Yep, and it's got an incredible like power J-rock opening theme by Jam Project, and it's all of the ridiculous, over the top, grand drama you'd expect of Go Nagai cranked up to his most Go Nagai-ness.
Well, this is Mazinkaiser, of course, was like a major revision to Mazinger Z. Like that, they had to make a robot even bigger and more powerful than Great Mazinger for the Super Robot Wars games, and inevitably it made the jump to anime. Also, people say, people have lots of opinions about fan service. I think this OVA has my favorite absurd, gratuitous fan service scene. Like, there's a part where Sayaka, loses her bikini top, of course, and I swear to God, it's like watching a suspension bridge collapse. It's so incredibly over animated. Yeah.
Anime, bringing realism to life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
We understand boob physics. Trust us, guys.
Yeah.
But that is coming a little bit later on in 2024. And hey, guys, just think. If you picked up the General of Darkness movie and you get this, oh my God, look at that progress bar. You get them both, and you too will hit 100% of your Mazinkaiser Brain Space anime collection. So look forward to that. Coming soon. Of course, there are other installments of the Mazinger family, but these are not direct relatives of Mazinkaiser. They're kind of their own things. But we're into those as well. But let's talk about ourselves for a minute, because there are people in the channel that are, I'm sure, like, well, who's talking? I have no idea who is talking. So, Justin, why don't you start?
Okay. My name's Justin Savakis. I am the supervising producer and owner here at Media OCD, and we do the bulk of the Discotek video work.
All right, and to Justin's virtual right is David.
Also the closest in proximity, so it makes sense. Hi, my name's David. I am the producer, and I author most of the discs for Discotek. People like to call me, and I agree, Justin's what was it? Damn, I can't remember the name, but it was like crony, or like his something like that. But yeah, I work very closely with Justin on all our discs, as well as our the rest of our team. I also handle a good chunk if there's like a bigger project that needs color or restoration or whatever, then I do that sometimes. Few stuff in the works that's like, ugh. That's really been grating for all of us. But yeah, we're happy to be here today to share with you guys, everybody, some really, really cool releases that are coming soon.
Somehow 3 years into this, David still hasn't murdered me, so I'll take it.
I mean, if I murder you, then that means I can't buy food. So,
well, there is that.
There's that paycheck part, right? That's important, huh?
No, but it's okay.
It really is a miracle how far that'll go towards preventing yourself getting murdered, is paying people.
And you absolutely know, you have some stories, but that's for another time. But I mean, in all honesty, yeah, I'm very, very grateful to be a part of this for 3 years now. Yeah, it's been quite a ride so far. So yeah, I mean, that's who I am, and who is next?
It's Brady.
Oh boy, it's me. I'm Brady. Hi. I'm a producer. I do product graphic design stuff. I usually work on the more like kitchen sink discs or just special projects and stuff. I do far less projects than some of the other people, but I'm always there to either work on that stuff or if there's some highly sort of technical like graphic thing or something they need for a movie, like I'll work on that on the side as well. But yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I also haven't murdered Justin. But he might be a curmudgeon, but he's our curmudgeon. So
I was going to say, I feel like if anyone's going to commit murder, it's probably going to be me.
I was going to say, are we all going to get like a commemorative plaque, like the 10-year we didn't murder Justin plaque? Because it is my 10th year as well, doing projects for Discotek. Just hit it, January 2014.
Centennials.
Nice.
Yeah.
Centennials, no.
Yeah, but I contribute, expert commentaries, extras, occasionally a few little goodies. I do some kibutzing and helping out behind the scenes. These live events, I typically plan out, and I do want to point out, it is weird that like we've been doing these online for a few years now. You'd think that some of the other major publishers in North America would do something like this, but they really don't, do they? They do occasional events, but they don't have fixtures on the calendar like we do. Seems like a missed opportunity. But hey, we love to do that little extra and do things that other publishers aren't always willing to do. So maybe that's part of it.
Take full advantage.
Yeah. And also, it has been passed on to me that Justin and David's microphones are a little bit low. I bumped up the master volume a little, and hopefully that helps everyone hear them. I hope you can hear us all well. I have like 8 screens here, and I can't keep an eye on the chat continuously, so I'm not seeing all of your remarks just at this moment. But to tell you a little bit about Discotek Media, as we just do our usual boilerplate, we're a boutique home video company specializing in Japanese animation. We're 18 years now, I think. It was 2006, so quite some time. Classic anime, new stuff, cutting-edge new releases here and there. We're also doing Japanese genre cinema and television, especially Tokusatsu. We're going to be talking a little bit about that later. We started out releasing on DVD, like all the cool kids were doing in 2006. Nowadays, we release only on Blu-ray, UHD disc, and standard definition on Blu-ray. If you want to watch online, we do also have some streaming options. We have over 100 of our titles, various TV series and movies and whatnot, on Crunchyroll available for you to watch on that portal. We also got some goodies on Amazon Prime, and you'll find our stuff on some other stuff. Some of our stuff you'll be able to find on Retro Crush. But that's the nitty-gritty about Discotek Media, and I think it's time to get back and start doing some more announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
俺様ルパン三世あの歴史的遺産東方見聞録に新たに謎の1ページが発見されたマルコ・ポーロが残した財宝を追ってイタリアのベネツィアから世界中を駆け巡る
おいルパンこいつは気が臭くなってきやがったね
金曜ロードショールパン三世スペシャル最新作東方見聞録アナザーページ11月2日夜9時テレビ初登場絶対見ろよ
Oh, there it is, 9 p.m. November 2nd. Mark your calendars, everyone, for 9 p.m. on November 2nd to see Lupin III, the secret page of Marco Polo. Now, this is something that you've been working on, right, Brady?
Yeah, I mean, if it's Lupin, I'm usually working on it.
Yeah,
so,
you're kind of the Lupin guy. We're going to touch on the sheer scope of Lupin in this presentation.
I demand to see Brady wearing Lupin garb next stream.
Oh, jeez.
Brady's worked on enough Lupin III releases that we could like make a suit of armor out of the packages you've designed, with no repetition.
That's pretty accurate. But so this is one of the Lupin specials. It's one of the cooler ones, I think. It is also one of the first ones that was in HD. So this is an actual widescreen HD release. So yeah, it's really cool that we're finally past all the SD ones, so I don't have to like spend hours deinterlacing messes of SD interlacing and trying to fix it, which is great. First time in English. There's never usually a lot of stuff for these specials, so the extras are pretty much just like a promo. However, we do have some extensive liner notes on this one. So, and there's actually a lot of interesting stuff about the title, and we opted for. I mean, this is the title that TMS gave this, but I think this title, The Secret Page of Marco Polo, is actually a little more in line with the special, because the Japanese title, Another Page, Observations of the East, is sort of like the title of the book in Japan, which is titled something completely differently here. So like that doesn't really translate over, but like yeah, it's a fun special, and I think you will enjoy it.
And this is the slipcover art. I like that you have like the little boilerplate of this is television special number 23, and you do have the original Japanese title in translated English and in Japanese there for the.
Yeah, and every single special we have that on there. Yeah, everything. Yeah, because like my thought with that was they changed the titles for these, and sometimes it makes sense why they change them. But having the original title there, if you know it by another name, you could look there and it would probably be close to what you might know. So all of them have that, and sometimes it's just repeating what's on the cover. Other times not. But yeah, it's we're getting close. We're getting close to the end of them. I've almost done all of them at this point. So hopefully we can sort of make it over the hump. Did you put the little thing in there?
Oh yeah, I did. I wanted to show off like this thing on the left here. This is the inside of the Blu-ray wrapper, right?
Oh yeah, they all have the little poster. I wanted to point out that the front of this car says Jube on it, and
Joob, yeah,
Jube, and it looks like something that an AI would create, but this is like before AI existed.
This was produced in 2012.
Yeah, 2012. But like it looks so much like AI text to me. It just looks so goofy.
Well, speaking of goofy text,
it's covered by logo, I guess. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you also shared like this, like you do such good finishing touches on the titles and graphic design, because this, of course, is the title treatment that TMS provided to you and said, hey, this is what we have on file, so you can use this or use that as a starting point. I love the gradient on Secret Page of Marco Polo. It looks like a video game from the 80s or something like that. You know,
it looks like Mario bricks or something, right?
Yeah.
I will say I can't for this one. A friend of mine, Ben, did the logo, and his wife Mandy did the little paper behind it for this one. And it's kind of fun because Mandy is actually like the official Fujiko cosplayer for TMS a bunch of times. Like she was at their booth and
oh, that's excellent.
Cosplayed Fujiko, but she did the little paper, and Ben did the logo for me on this one. So I wanted to shout out them because like they did a bang up job on this. I just didn't have time to do the logo for this one, and like Ben was like up to the challenge, so it came out great. So like I'm totally happy.
Yeah, it's small details like these, and like you were talking about the little box that says which special, what year, the titles and stuff. They just really like, you know, Brady's box art designs and stuff really stand out, you know, on their own, you know.
I mean, a lot of this stuff comes back to like I remember the days of like I mean, I used to work at like ADV back in the day, and like they would never like they would never really put like what volume, and I know that was like a strategy to sell things, but when people pick up our stuff, I want them to know like what number volume they're on, like make it as easy as like my design philosophy is make it as easy as possible to understand what you're buying and what is on the disc, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I think it's also easier to do that with Lupin the Third specials because they're volumes in a series, but they all stand alone, you know.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. And it also looks nice on the shelf, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that you know that's something I didn't think about when I started this, is that I've had to project like a design across 10 years and make sure it still looks okay, and like that they are all consistent. It's not something when I started I thought about, and I lucked out that it's all pretty much worked, because I've like I don't even have all of these, but I've seen people's collections and I'm like, wow, that actually looks pretty good. Like I didn't after 10 years I didn't really fuck any of it up, so like I'm like pleased and also like relieved that it actually looks pretty decent on people's shelves.
I would definitely say so. So I mean,
shelf appeal, man, it's very important.
It is. A lot of people buy these things to display them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That shelves look sexy.
Yeah,
that they do.
And to keep it moving, I got another clip for you guys, and you're not going to believe what you see next. It's so shocking when you put it next to what we just saw.
俺様ルパン三世今回の舞台は謎に包まれた空中都市シャハルタ王家に伝わる財宝をめぐって可愛い子ちゃんから悪いやつまで大争奪戦だ
おいルパンこいつは一体どういうことだ
金曜ロードショールパン三世スペシャル最新作プリンセス・オブ・ザ・ブリーズ隠された空中都市11月15日夜9時テレビ初登場絶対見ろよ
November again. But that's right, folks. It's a twofer. You get 2 Lupin the Third announcements. So what can you tell us about this one, Brady?
Well, remember what I said about 2 minutes ago? It's all the same stuff that I said. It's an HD.
Yep. Yep.
It's got subtitles. It's got extensive liner notes. It has promos. This one has more promos. It's got like 5 promos or something. Like it has a lot.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is definitely a different style of Lupin special. The
characters look very
really,
different.
Really different.
Like that's kind of an evil looking Fujiko there.
That baby is breathtaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a closer look at that baby. That thing's terrifying. It's like,
and the girl on the left just looks like a straight out of like Full Metal Alchemist too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this the same? Like, I didn't actually look it up. Is this the same designer as Full Metal Alchemist? Does anybody know?
Definitely looks like kind of a guest character designer, right? You know, it's not the typical Lupin style.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the reason they did the character designs in this one like this is the animation's definitely of like a higher detail level, and just not only in terms of like there's a lot of like really good animation in this one, but like there's just more details on all everything, and I don't know if the simpler style would have fit the sort of style they were going for. So I think they just sort of like amped it up a bit. I don't know if it screams Lupin to me, but I think the fun thing about the Lupin specials is, and even like the spin-offs, you know, the Koike specials and all that stuff, and the woman called Fujiko Mine, is that Lupin is a series where you can do any kind of style you want. Like a guest person can come and put their hand on it, right, and put their spin on it, and it's not out of place that there is something like that in Lupin. Like anybody can come in and do kind of like their spin on Lupin. I think that's the fun of Lupin, you know. Mm-hmm. Also, I do think like this cover art is really striking with like the white, the contrast, like the very flat.
Yeah.
Like I thought it looked really cool to me. I was like, oh, this is like really striking actually. So.
And that really weird baby. It's like this to me looks like they were like, okay, you're gonna draw a baby. I'm gonna describe it to you, but not give you any reference material. It's like
it looks like it's got a beak. Like look at it. It's got like a beak. Look at it.
And eyes are so low on its head.
And that baby's.
Oh my god! It's coming right for us.
Oh god! Oh no!
The baby is in the most special too, because like Lupin like carries it around for like almost the whole thing. So hopefully you love that baby. Hopefully you love it. But yeah, that's Princess of the Breeze. Hopefully you enjoy.
Mm-hmm. That's the classic way to give it a new spin, right? You know, to get the old bachelor and team him up with a baby. But I did want to just highlight, since we've got 2 more of them in the can now, 2 more of these specials, just how much Lupin we've done over the years. Because, you know, started in earnest back around 2009, 2010, you know, Red versus Green, Episode 0. Did a few more on video, some that went to Blu-ray. I started off with this slide doing like, oh, I'll animate 1 or 2 at a time, and it's like, no, there's too many. It would take too long. Did the Koike films, which are wonderful. Got through those wonderful 4 sets of Lupin the Third Part 2. Such good stuff on those. More TV specials, including some new ones that TMS dubbed, a couple that we dubbed ourselves.
Love that bounce.
Yeah. A variety of PowerPoint effects that I add. Oh, there's the stretchy, and at this point I didn't care anymore, and I just put a huge chunk in, and here's the rest. there are a
There's
couple.
all these other ones.
Yeah, there are a couple that you don't see here because our license for them has not been renewed. We're trying to get them back. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we pride ourselves on being your Lupin the Third library, your place where you can get darn near anything Lupin the Third related on home video. And I don't have the exact count off the top of my head, but it's over 40 separate releases. So
Yeah.
If anyone,
That's a lot. Wow.
If anyone has all of these and like in a nice, neat little row, send us a photo and we'll retweet that because I'm sure that looks super cool.
It's so weird. Like I designed all of this except for Green versus Red, everything that's on here, and it's so weird to see it. The first project I ever did, and I did this at the same time as Cyber 6 was Lupin the Third, the Bye Bye Lady Liberty. Bye Bye Lady Liberty. That was my first Discotek thing that I did. In like at the same time as Cyber 6, but yeah. So like it's so weird to see all this all together, and like the fact that it's mostly remained consistent, and like you can like look at any of these and tell what it is and know like what it is, like and be able to know what you're buying. You
get it at a glance. It's very distinctive. And okay, so I want to point out we're a half an hour in, and we're only about a third of the way into the slides, but that's perfect. We're right on time because I was thinking we were probably going to get through the main panel in about 90 minutes. But the mecha people have been waiting. They've been waiting for some payoff for a while because I know in the last couple of years we've done the Robot Romance trilogy, we've done stuff like Daltanius, and there are a lot of mecha fans out there who are just like, okay, well, where's more? Where's more? Where's the rest? Well, don't worry, we brought some for you. Let's watch a clip.
このドラマは西暦2050年に始まる。その頃人類は月を越えて火星、木星へと宇宙開発を進め、無人の宇宙探査船はさらに遠い10光年から20光年の彼方まで達していた。しかし異星人存在の手がかりは何一つ掴んではいなかった。
Oh, that is such a cool opening. I love that. That, of course, I also love the people kind of struggling with like, okay, so what are we watching here? That prologue kind of takes a while. Yeah. We are watching Space...
Which one is this?
Yeah, Space Emperor God Sigma. There were some interesting guesses there. But we are bringing that to standard definition on Blu-ray. Sigma Formation, baby. So, Justin, you're the expert on this show, right? You've seen every episode. Tell us about it.
Thank you for that. No, I actually haven't seen much of it yet. We just got the translations in for this literally like a week ago. So we're it's just heading into authoring now. I just finished encoding this literally like an hour ago. So yeah, we'll see. We'll be experiencing this along with you guys. I will say the video masters are the original video masters. This has never been remastered. We've got what there is. But we presented it the best we could. So it's 50 episodes on one disc.
Well, I can try to sell this a little bit. This is about the far future year of 2050, And the bad guys in this one are actually time travelers who do the whole thing like the Terminator movie, where they go back in time to try to ambush the good guys who defeated them in the future. They take over planet Io, which is why you hear that mentioned, the moon of Jupiter. That's why you hear that mentioned in the opening. And our heroic pilots have the 3 God Sigma robots who combine, plus that big plane called the Big Wing, to create the Space Emperor God Sigma robot. This is interesting because it's accurate to say that this is from Toei. This wasn't made by Toei Animation. This was made by Academy Productions. This was made by Yoshinobu Nishizaki's animation studio under subcontract. It was actually produced by Toei, the film company, in conjunction with an ad agency. So it's a little different in that respect. I think it's cool to release something like this because even a lot of the mecha heads, a lot of the super robot heads will look at this show and be like, I don't know if I've seen it. I can't tell you a lot about it. Well, it's here, guys. You'll be able to rectify that situation because we're looking at trying to get this out later in 2024. So that's a big dose of great mecha action for you. And hey, while we're at it, let's give you another one. Let's roll another clip.
Those sure were words you said.
Yeah, they were.
若い力をスパークさせて守ってみせるぜみんなの夢を燃えろファイトだアルベガス高速電人アルベガス
All right, yeah, now we're talking. Let's look at that beautiful cover art for Lightspeed Electroid Lubeg. Oh, wait a minute, Albegas. Sorry about that. I don't know what came over me there.
I will say I love any mecha anime that the entire opening song explains to you what the anime is about and all of the powers of the robot.
Mm-hmm.
That is excellent.
Yeah, I like that.
These last two were really good openings, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. The openings are hot stuff, and Albegas is particularly cool because it is a combining robot thing, but it has a great gimmick. These 3 robots can combine multiple different ways, and not just like 2 or 3 combinations. There's 6 total combinations that are all suited to different things. So this was
which the intro told you to.
Oh yeah, the intro.
6 different ways.
Yes, there's 6 different ways, but the main weapon is the sword. The extra kick-ass sword. Yeah. Another wonderful combining robot series, and obviously, people in the chat I'm seeing remember this because this was that one weird Voltron that like we got the toys of, but never actually got the cartoon of. It's that guy right here. So we'll finally be able to definitively solve that mystery.
This is Voltron 1, right? Technically, like this is because like they had them numbered, and it's crazy to me that the line Voltron was Voltron 3. Which is the one that's like most known.
No, I'm dating myself here because I remember vividly these toys. The Matchbox toys had Voltron 1 as the vehicle one, Dairoger. Voltron 2, Gladiator Voltron, that was this guy, that was Albegas. Then Voltron 3 in the Far Universe, that was the Lion one.
Yeah, because I remember the Lion one was the 3rd one, and I always thought it was weird that like that is the main one that everybody remembers, and it's the only one really people remember, and that is supposedly the 3rd Voltron.
Well, it was lightning in a bottle, right? No one could predict that the Lion one would be the big fan favorite, and accordingly, no one could predict that they just didn't bother actually putting the TV version of Albegas out there.
You know, whenever you guys talk about things like this, I always feel like I'm old, right? But I am reassured that I'm actually young because I didn't experience any of this.
David, I assure you, you are not old.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude. Yeah.
So, this one, we just finished fixing up the subtitles in this one, and this show was really entertaining. The main three characters are school frenemies, and so their personalities just bounce off each other with an amazing thud. Like, there is some really good pilot bickering in this show.
Oh, excellent. That sounds good. All right, so
I will say that the video is a bit rough on this one, just like God Sigma, but it is like what there is, and they never remastered it. Also, so like Justin said before, we've presented it in the best way we can personally with what we got. So enjoy that coming soon in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, we normally will deep dive to find the best materials possible, but like there sometimes there is not any better materials than what we have.
All right, so that's Albegas, and next, I promised that we were going to at least talk a little bit about Tokusatsu, our Tokutime label. So first of all, just as a refresher, please enjoy what we have released on Blu-ray: Cutie Honey the Live, Space Sheriff Gavan, and of course Kamen Rider Black and Kamen Rider Black RX. Those are our kind of our more recent releases that we've done in the last year or two. We actually started experimenting with Tokusatsu releases a few years ago with Mega Beast Investigator Just Beyond and the Message from Space TV series. Starring one of the actors from the Marvel Universe. As I can never remember which one it is. There are a couple of actors who show up in those movies. But you can watch these. You can get all of these are still in print, even the older ones. You can also watch some of these online. Like you can watch Kamen Rider Black RX and Gavan on Crunchyroll. You can watch Just Beyond and Message from Space on Amazon Prime. You can even watch Cutie Honey the Live on Retro Crush. So there's many ways for you to enjoy what we've released before. And just to give you a little bit of a refresher on something we've been talking about recently, I just wanted to play a clip from our latest Tokusatsu release. So please enjoy.
灼熱の太陽エネルギーランドバースの増幅システムにスパークス増幅された太陽エネルギーがソーラーメタルに転換されシャリバンに積載蒸着される生きて返すのやり抜かないでさ俺がいる太陽が呼んでるいいじゃないかいいじゃないか夢があればいいじゃないかいいじゃないか明日があればプリビーストやり
Great stuff, great stuff. So we just wanted to remind you that, of course, recently announced Space Sheriff Shadivan is coming to Blu-ray. This was our Christmas announcement, a little surprise, because we knew it was going to reach the solicitors before we would have a chance to do this panel. But so which
guys, Mike, stop. We just got punted off of YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, stream suspended for policy violations.
Really?
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Try to turn it off and turn it back on again, I guess.
Yep, that's what I'll do. I'm going to bring it down and then bring it back up. If someone could jump on the chat really quick and but I am starting the RMTP live. We're broadcasting now, so...
Yeah, that looks like it cleared.
Cool.
Nope, stream unavailable.
Oh.
Well, shit.
It's a little weird.
Do we move over to Twitch? Like,
I mean,
I think we might have to.
We can turn on a dime on Twitch. I've got that. I think I still have that cookied right here, so I can. It would just be a matter of me jumping off and then jumping